Hello friends. So in the last class we have seen the last concept is component form. Okay. So the component form means what? The vector you will get in the form of ijk terms. That is, for example, suppose vector r is equals to xi plus yj plus zk. So this form is called as component form. Okay. Before that we have seen using the triangle, that is triangle of vector addition. Triangle of vector addition means vectors are given, then how to add it. So that can be added by triangle law of vector addition. Now if you have the vector in the component form, that is ijk form, then how to add the two vectors or how to subtract the two vectors. Okay. For example, suppose vector a is equals to a1i plus a2j plus a3k and vector b is equals to b1i plus b2j plus b3k. Okay, then addition of this, that is vector a plus vector b is equals to vector a plus vector b is equals to. So how to add these two vectors now? We have to add their corresponding components. We have to add their corresponding components. Corresponding component means what? That is the coefficient of I, we have to add it, plus coefficient of j, we have to add it in one bracket, plus the coefficient of k, we have to add it in the third bracket. So that is what the corresponding elements. Now, so here first we have to add the coefficients of I, that is a1 plus b1 into I, plus second corresponding component is what? J, that is a2 plus b2 into j, plus third component is a3 plus b3 into k. Okay, this is what addition of the two component form. Similarly the subtraction. So that is a minus b is equals to a1 minus b1 into I, but in between sign is plus here. Next a2 minus b2 into j plus a3 minus b3 into k. So this is what subtraction of two component forms. Okay. Now next concept we are going to see, that is section formula. That is section formula. So this section formula already you have studied in the first year also. But that section formula you have studied in the three-dimensional plane with respect to the real numbers. But here you are going to study this section formula with respect to vector algebra. Now you know the statement of the section formula. Okay, because you have done it in the first year also. What is the statement? Suppose there are 2 points A and B. Okay, or you can say the line segment joining the points A and B, which divide by the third point, say P, in the ratio m is to n, internally and externally. Okay, then we have to find the formula for internal ratio and for the external ratio. So for that, first you need to draw the diagram. So just see, I will derive this derivation here. So this derivation is important for 3 marks. So this is not that much difficult as you think. So as I said, there are two line joining points A and B. So I have taken the point A and point B. So these 2 points are dividing by the point P in the ratio m is to n. So for vector OB I have taken vector B here, for vector OA I have taken vector A, and for vector OP I have taken vector R, and the ratio is m is to n. Okay, now whatever the things are present in the diagram we need to explain it. Okay, so here this vector OA, okay, so vector OA is equals to vector A, and vector OB is equals to vector B. These are the position vectors. These are the position vectors of the point A and point B respectively. Okay, vector OA is equals to A and vector OB is equals to B. These are the position vectors of the point A and point B respectively. Okay, next sentence what you can write, the line segment joining the points AB, the line segment joining the points AB is dividing by the point P, is dividing by the point P in the ratio m is to n, in the ratio m is to n, internally and externally, internally and externally. That is your second sentence. Okay, I will repeat the explanation part in just in your own words. You can write the explanation. That is first sentence, let vector OA is A and OB is B with the position vectors of the point A and the point B respectively. Next, let vector R with the position vector of the point P, with the position vector of the point P. Okay, then the line segment joining the points AB is dividing by the point P in the ratio m is to n, internally and externally, the ratio internally and externally. So let us take case 1. So case 1 is what? P divides the line segment joining the points vector AB in the ratio m is to n, internally, m is to n internally. Okay, so P is dividing the line AB in the ratio m is to n internally. So from the figure we have to take, see here, so this is in this direction. Okay, so therefore I have to take the ratio AP upon PB is equals to what? M upon n. AP upon PB is equals to m upon n. This AP, how to calculate this AP? That is OP minus OA. Okay, divided by PB. How to write? OB minus OP. Okay, so keep in mind this vector AP can be written as, in this vector AP, P is the second point, A is the first point. So you have to take position vector of P point minus position vector of A point. Always whenever it is given like vector PQ, how to write vector PQ now? Position vector of Q minus position vector of P, second minus first. So which is equals to m by n. Now this vector OP here, that is vector R, minus vector OA is vector A, divided by vector OB is vector B, minus vector OP is again vector R, which is equals to m by n. Now do the cross multiplication. So n will multiply here. So n into R minus A, which is equals to m into B minus R. B minus R. Multiply n inside the bracket. nr minus na, which is equals to mb minus mr. mb minus mr. Now collect the vector r terms at one side. So already here nr is there, minus mr vector transfer to this side, so it becomes plus mr vector, which is equals to mb vector as it is, minus na transfer here, plus na vector. In this mr and nr, vector r is common, left with m plus n, which is equals to, okay, this right hand side you have to keep as it is, Now this is in the form of multiplication. So vector r as it is, m plus n transfer to other side, it will divide. So that is mv vector plus na vector divided by m plus n. Okay, so this is the formula for internal ratio. For internal ratio, suppose if you take case 2, case 2 is for external ratio. For external ratio, but for external ratio we are not going to see the proof of this. Okay, directly we have to write the formula, that is vector r is equals to, formula is mv vector minus na vector divided by m minus n, divided by m minus n. That is the formula for external ratio. Okay, so I hope that you understood this derivation. Okay, so if you practice it 2 or 3 times, it will get perfect. After the section formula, now we are going to see some of the examples from the exercise. Okay, now so far in the last video, the first video and this video, whatever we have discussed with the concept, based on that we need to solve some of the examples. Okay, I think that we are solving from exercise 10.2. See, the exercise 10.1 is not important. Okay, actually there are some basic examples, I have left it. So I have started with the exercise 10.2. So the first question is, find the magnitude. Find the magnitude, okay, of the vector. In that first example, vector A is equals to 2i minus 7j plus 3k. So you have to find out the magnitude of this vector A. So how to find the magnitude? Might be I told you in the component form, because this is your component form. So how to find the magnitude? Magnitude of vector A is equals to square root of the coefficient of I square, that is what, 2 square, plus the coefficient of j, that is minus 7 square, plus the coefficient of k, that is 3 square. Means what? To find the magnitude of any component form, what is the formula? That is a square root of, okay, that is coefficient of I square plus coefficient of j square plus coefficient of k square. Therefore 2 square is 4, minus 7 square is plus 49, 3 square is 9. So answer is 49 plus 9 is 50, 58, 58 plus 4, it is root 62. So magnitude of vector A is how much? Root 62. Okay. Let us take one more example for the magnitude. That is, I will take vector B is equals to 1 by root 3 into I plus 1 by root 3 into j minus 1 by root 3 into k. So here also again we have to find the magnitude. Okay. So therefore magnitude of vector B is equals to, again, this square root of, okay, the coefficient of I square. What is the coefficient of I? That is 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 square plus 1 by root 3 square plus minus 1 by root 3 square. Means the coefficient of I, j, k, you have to take it and you have to make it square and you have to add it. So which is equals to square root of, this is 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3. Maybe it is minus 1 by root 3, but after making the square it gets positive. Okay. LCM is 3 here. So just you have to add the numerators. So therefore it is root of 3 upon 3. 3 get cancelled. It is root of 1 and root of 1 value is 1. Okay, so this is the example for finding magnitude. Okay, let us take next example. See, from the exercise I am not going to solve all the examples which are similar. I am going to skip it, which are different from each other. Those I am going to solve here. So the next question is what? Find the scalar and vector components of the vector with initial point 2 1 and terminal point minus 5 7. Okay, so in this they have given the initial point and terminal point, but question is what? We have to find out the scalar component and vector components. To find out the scalar components and vector component, you must have the component form first. You must have the component form. Okay, but if you observe in the question, they have just given the initial point and the terminal point. So let us assume that initial point is A and terminal point is B. So therefore it forms the vector AB. It forms the vector AB. But before taking this vector AB, you have to write this point into the component form. So the first point, that is A. So its component form will be what? Vector OA. Okay, sorry. Okay, so for the point A, we will take vector OA is equals to. So this coordinates we are writing IJK form. Okay, so that is 2I plus J. We don't have third coordinate, so don't write K here. Next is OB. How to write OB? Minus 5I plus 7J. Again we don't have here also the third coordinate, so just skip that. So just you get with I and J. So when you take those A is the initial point and B is the terminal point, here we form the vector is vector AB. But just now in one of the previous derivation I told you how to write this vector AB: position vector of the point B minus the position vector of the point A, that is OB minus OA. Okay, what is OB here? Minus 5I plus 7J minus vector OA, that is 2I plus J. Just remove the bracket. Minus 5I plus 7J, take minus inside the bracket, minus 2I minus J. Now you have to do the subtraction or addition. See, first subtract or add the I component. So here it is minus 5I minus 2I. How much? Minus 7I. Next, plus 7J minus 1J. So it is plus 6J. So this is your vector AB. Vector AB. And from this you have to write the scalar component and vector components. Okay. So your scalar components are, scalar components is equals to, so what are the scalar components here? That is minus 7 and 6, means the coefficient of I and J are called as what? Scalar components, whereas vector component is equals to minus 7I comma 6J comma 6J. These are vector components. Okay, see this example. Also they may ask for 1 mark to write these scalar components and vector components. Okay, once this question is asked in the annual exam also. Let us take next question. Find unit vector. Find unit vector in the direction of the vector. In the direction of the vector. Vector A is equals to I plus J plus 2K. So here we have to find out the unit vector in the direction of the vector A. Means we have to find the unit vector of this vector A. So in the first video I have given the formula for unit vector. So unit vector is denoted by cap. So it is A cap is equals to formula vector A divided by magnitude of vector A. Vector A divided by magnitude of vector A. So vector A is what? I plus J plus 2K divided by magnitude of vector A. So just now we are done how to find the magnitude, that is coefficient of I square plus coefficient of j square plus coefficient of k square, or which is equals to I plus j plus 2k divided by, it is root of, see 1 square is 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4. So answer is I plus j plus 2k divided by root 6, divided by root 6. So this is the answer. This type of question, unit vector, is very important for 1 mark. Let us take next example. See, the next example is what now? Find the unit vector in the direction of the vector PQ. In the direction of the vector PQ, where P and Q are the points. That is, P is 1, 2, 3 and Q is 4, 5, 6. Okay. See, previous question was what? Find the unit vector in the direction of the vector A. Okay. Now here is the same. Find the unit vector in the direction of the vector PQ. Means what? You have to find out the unit vector of this PQ. Means what? PQ cap. PQ cap. But to find the PQ cap, formula is what then? Vector PQ divided by magnitude of vector PQ. But for that you must have vector PQ first. So let us write this point P and Q into the component form. So P can be written as OP, which is equals to I plus 2j plus 3k. I plus 2j plus 3k. Next, OQ is equals to 4i plus 5j plus 6k. 4i plus 5j plus 6k. Now you have to find vector PQ. So vector PQ is equals to what? That is OQ minus OP. OQ minus OP. What is OQ? That is 4i plus 5j plus 6k minus OP. OP is what? I plus 2j plus 3k. Do the subtraction now. This is 4i plus 5j plus 6k as it is. Take minus inside the bracket. Minus I minus 2j minus 3k. So which is equals to, now 4 minus 1 is 3i, 5 minus 2 is 3j, 6 minus 3 is plus 3k. Means I done the subtraction of the corresponding components. Okay. Simple, it is addition subtraction. Just what with that we are adding the components. So this is your vector PQ. This is your vector PQ. But we have to find out the unit vector of that vector PQ. So therefore PQ cap is equals to vector PQ divided by magnitude of vector PQ. So vector PQ is what? It is 3i plus 3j plus 3k divided by magnitude. It is root of 3 square plus 3 square plus 3 square. So which is equals to 3i plus 3j plus 3k divided by root of 9 plus 9 plus 9. Okay. Or which is equals to 3i plus 3j plus 3k divided by, I think it is root of 27. Root of 27. Or also you can write as 9 plus 9 plus 10 3 times. So it is 3 into 9. 3 into 9. Okay. Then you can take out the square root of 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So which is equals to, this is 3i plus 3j plus 3k divided by 3 root 3 divided by 3 root 3. Now see, if you want to separate the numerator with denominator, then what will happen? This 3 will get cancelled. Here this 3 will get cancelled. Here this 3 will get cancelled. Means you get the answer is what? That is I upon root 3 plus j upon root 3 plus k upon root 3. That is your answer. Okay. So I hope that you have understood these examples. Some more examples are there that will simplify in the next class. Thank you.